friends and company and welcome back to my channel. This is Sparky Subramanian studying second year BNYS in HMNC. Actually, last 2-3 weeks நிறைய questions இருந்துச்சு என்னோட என்ன படிக்கிறீங்க பிஎன்ஒய்எஸ்னா என்ன அண்ட் இதுக்கு எவ்வளோ கட் ஆஃப் வேணும் இதுக்கு ஸ்கோப் இருக்கா இல்லைன்னு ஏகப்பட்ட கொஸ்டின் இருந்துச்சு அண்ட் இது எல்லாத்துக்குமே நான் ஆன்சர் பண்ணுறத இந்த ஃபீல்ட் ஒரு 25 years எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் இருக்கு என்னோட பிரின்சிபல் மேம் ஆன்சர் பண்ணால் கரெக்டாக இருக்குன்னு நினச்சேன். வி ஆர் ஹேவிங் அவர் பிரின்சிபல் டாக்டர் ஜோதி நாராயணன். வெல்கம் டு சேனல்.
Good morning, Bhargavi. So you are doing a very good work. There are many students out there, they don't know what they have to do. Today we have got our 12th standard results also, and every year a lot of students who are coming out are in dilemma what to do with their future. So such type of activity that you are doing through your YouTube channel or directly speaking with the students, that is really very good, and you are still a student who is pursuing BNYS in second year, and you are concerned about their career and future. That is a very good part. And thank you for introducing me to your viewers. Definitely, whatever possible from my side, I'll clarify all the doubts that they are asking you or some other general doubts also. Okay.
As a your student, எங்க எல்லாருக்குமே உங்களை பத்தி தெரியும். So for my viewers and my subscribers, just introduce yourself now.
Yeah. About myself, if I have to tell in detail, I did my schooling in North India, that is Chhattisgarh, Raipur. After completing the 12th standard, same like the students of today's generation, I too had my own doubts what to do with my career. I too had a dream to become a doctor. In North India, at that time also NEET like entrance exam was there. So I appeared for those exams also, but the fees was too much. I could have entered a dental college, but then I thought, no, I want to treat the patient as a whole. So rather than going to MBBS, then I just studied what are the other criteria in the medical system. I came to know about naturopathy and yoga. Homeopathy was my second option, but then again when I came to know about naturopathy and yoga, I was attracted to this course because I could heal that patient as a whole, and I could give service to the mankind. That attracted me a lot, and then I joined the SDM college in Karnataka. There were only 3 or 4 colleges at that time, so I was the 7th batch of that college. After 5.5 years of course there, I came into academics after finishing my course. Then from around 25 years I am in academics. I worked in North India for a few years. Then from 2003 onwards I am in Tamil Nadu working in various colleges in different positions. I had been a principal of some other college too before coming over here. About these colleges, about the course and all, we will talk in detail in the next question also.
What is naturopathy according to you, ma'am?
Okay. Naturopathy in itself is a wide field, a very big field that cannot be explained in 2 or 3 sentences. But to be very precise, it is a drugless system of medicine where as such the oral pills and medicines are not given. We say that diet is our medicine, and we teach the patient a new, not new, but after knowing the lifestyle of the patient, we tell them about a different lifestyle which they can adopt to their day-to-day lifestyle, and then treat themselves. So here it is self-healing. The naturopathy helps the patient to generate the positive energy so that their body and mind can heal themselves. So there is no disease in this world that cannot be treated by lifestyle modification. That is the main criteria or principle of naturopathy. So we have different treatments in this. All the drugless system of medicine comes under naturopathy. We have hydrotherapy, massage therapy, acupuncture, acupressure, yoga, diet therapy, electrotherapy, chromotherapy, physiotherapy, what not. You mention anything that is drugless, everything is included in naturopathy and yoga. So I appreciate all the other system of medicine, but when it comes to chronic diseases which can only be suppressed by other system of medicine, those can be healed and cured only by naturopathy and yoga. So that is naturopathy in my viewpoint, Bhargavi.
Okay, next question is most repeated question, ma'am. What is BNYS?
Okay. So you asked me what is naturopathy. After that, now you are asking what is BMS. So to become a naturopathy doctor, the student has to pursue 5.5 years of medical degree course, which is equivalent to any other medical course like your MBBS or other Ayush medical degree courses like Ayurveda, Unani, homeopathy, Siddha, everything. This everything comes and these are all Indian system of medicine other than homeopathy, which is a German system. This all comes under Ayush stream. That is, A stands for Ayurveda, Y for Yoga and Naturopathy, U for Unani, S for Siddha, and H for homeopathy. So this Y is our field, that is yoga and naturopathy. So in this yoga and naturopathy field, we have the degree, that is BNYS. 5.5 years the student has to study, 4.5 years he or she has to study in the college. Then 1 year they have to do the compulsory rotatory internship. That mostly all the colleges, in our college also, we have 6 months training in the mother institution. Then next 6 months we are sending them outside. All over India we have tie-up and we send our students to 1 month, 2 months, wherever possible, and give them the maximum training. So this is BNYS. Under this we have different curriculum that includes first 1.5 years they have to study 5 subjects, that is anatomy, physiology, philosophy and practice of naturopathy, philosophy and practice of yoga, and biochemistry. Most of these subjects are similar to the MBBS subjects. Only when yoga and naturopathy comes, or when the treatment aspect comes, it is different from other field of medicine. So that is about first year. In 1.5 years, they have to study these 5 subjects. Then second year, third year, fourth year. That are for 1 year each. Second year is patho, micro, modern diagnostic methods in naturopathy, pharmacology, basic pharmacology also we have to study. Third year we have more therapeutic subjects like massage is there, then diet, nutrition and diet therapy is there. We also study medical subjects like obstetrics and gynecology, forensic medicine. So all this together, therapeutic as well as medical subjects combine the third year. Fourth year you have your pure therapeutic subjects like you have your acupuncture, acupressure, diet therapy, hydrotherapy, chromotherapy, physiotherapy, even hospital management, everything comes in fourth year. So after completing the entire syllabus or curriculum of studies, the student is ready for the last 1 year to do his duties, where he is equally parallelly trained in different hospitals to become a perfect naturopathy and yoga doctor after the completion of 5.5 years, where he is awarded the medical degree by the university. Our college is affiliated to Dr. T and Dr. MGR Medical University in Chennai. So from there, the degree will be awarded to the student.
What are the eligibility to join the BMS? NEET is required or not?
Yeah. So previously I also touched this point. NEET is not at all required for studying BMS, but you are a equivalent doctor like MBBS, Ayurveda or whatever. But for the recent past, we have the government of India or Tamil Nadu, we have not included NEET for BNYS. BNYS course is not included in the NEET category. Based upon the 12th standard mark, the admissions or the counseling is done for BNYS. Should I explain further about how the counseling process goes on, Bhargavi?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So the counseling, it is done in Arumbakam, Chennai. That is Directorate of Indian Medicine and Homeopathy. That is in Chennai, Arumbakam. So there the counseling is for both the quotas, that is management quota and government quota. To be in detail, government quota we have for if college has 100 seats, like our Swami Vivekananda and Naturopathy Yoga Medical College, we have 100 seats. 65 seat are government seat, that is allocated only for Tamil Nadu students. Management quota are 35 seats, which all the students from outside Tamil Nadu also can come and join in management quota. But both the quota students can join the college through counseling. They can come inquire about the college, see the college. Before going to counseling, they can take guidance and everything. We are ready to provide them each and every guidance, each and every step. We are ready to clarify how to go to the counseling, how to approach for the applications, how to remit the applications, fees, everything. We are here to guide them. They can approach us for all those admission procedures.
What should be the cutoff to join our college or else, to get a government seat?
Yeah. So cutoff, that is like you cannot specifically tell this should be the cutoff for admission, because for admission there are different criterias, or we can say we can talk about this more about when you are asking a question about eligibility. So cutoff is based upon the rank that is coming. So if this year the 12th standard marks were too high, so the cutoff also will be, the bar will be raised. So in each community, like we have OC, BC, BCM, MBC, SC, ST categories. So for different categories, the cutoff will be more or less similar, or in some categories like we are seeing more competition in BC community and MBC community. That is just based upon the students who are flowing to our colleges. So based upon that, and we are having more cutoff like around 150. This is only my personal opinion. We cannot guarantee if a student is getting 150 cutoff, definitely he or she will get a government quota seat. So if he is getting 150 also, based upon the recent trends, past history that I am saying, 150 also they can definitely get a government quota seat. But if this time the cutoff bar is raised, we cannot guarantee that. But as far as we have seen in the previous years, 150 cutoff is enough for BC or MBC students, even for BCM. For other communities, we have seen lower cutoffs also. But this is only for first part, first counseling. The counseling, sometimes it is for second round, third round counselings are also there. So the cutoff we have seen, it is the cutoff bar has been decreased, lowered in such scenarios and all. But having a 150 plus cutoff is very good for a student to get government quota seat. That is what is my personal opinion.
What is the course fees in the
Yeah.
management,
Same,
especially our
yeah.
college?
Okay. So like both the fees for other than tuition fees are same in both the quotas. Like your hostel fees is there and some maintenance or some other fees, admission fees, whatever minimal fees will be there is similar for both the quota students. That is management quota as well as government quota. But when you come to tuition fees, the government has fixed the fees for that. So 1,25,000 rupees is the tuition fees for government quota students. 2,50,000 rupees is the tuition fees for management quota students. Rest, whatever fees a college is getting from the student, that will be definitely similar for both the quotas. As far as Swami Vivekananda Naturopathy and Yoga Medical College is concerned, so the tuition fees I told you, the government quota 1.25 and management quota 2.5. Other than that, hostel fees is there. We are having a deluxe hostel where only 4 students will be staying in a room with attached bathroom. So air conditions or non-AC, that is students' preference. Based upon that, our fees, tuition fees, accommodation and food both included is around 90,000 rupees, 90. And other than that, our tuition fees only is there. That is the fees in our college.
Some students 1,25,000 இல்லை 2,50,000 கவர்மெண்ட் கோட்டாவா இருக்கட்டும் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் கோட்டாவா இருக்கும் பே பண்ண முடியாது. தே ஆர் நாட் அஃபோர்டபுள் வித் தி ஃபீஸ்.
Yeah.
ஸோ அவங்க எல்லாருக்கும் அவங்க எல்லாரும் எப்படி நம்ம கோர்ஸ் படிக்கலாம்?
So this is a very good question, Bhargavi, because there are many students out there, their parents may not be earning that much, but they want to pursue a medical degree, especially when they come to BNYS degree. So around 10.5 lakhs, you can finish a BNYS degree. But if that is also not affordable for them, then they can always look into scholarships. Most of my students studying here are studying with bank loans. We help them to get the bank loan. That is one thing by providing bona fide, or sometimes we even support them by speaking to the bank managers and all those things. That is separate thing about the bank loan. Other than that, we have scholarship, government scholarships, especially when it comes to the community of SC/ST. Government is providing full tuition fees. Like if they are in government quota, 1,25,000 rupees is their fees, tuition fees. When it comes to management quota, their fees is 2,50,000 rupees. Entire 2,50,000 rupees in management quota and entire 1,25,000 in government quota is provided by the government for the community of SC and ST. For other communities like BC, MBC, etc., also government is providing the fund scholarship that is around 15,000, 15,000 rupees per, around 15,000 rupees per year. Even there is a scholarship for first graduate. If a student is the first one to go into any graduation degree, they can also avail a scholarship. For all the scholarship, we are helping the student to apply and receive the scholarship. They only have to give the proper documents. All of them have all these documents. They should have the community document. They should have the income document, the parents' income per year. So that is more than enough. If the income is less than 2.5 lakh per year, they can avail any one of these scholarships. So for the community of SC/ST, I will always tell them to avail for community scholarship rather than going for the first graduate or any other, because the amount is more for in the community scholarship. So for BC, MBC, first graduate, they can opt any one only. So that way also they can pursue the study of BNYS after receiving the scholarship or going through the bank loan.
After completing BNOS, what will be the scopes? Scope in India or should scopes in abroad?
Okay. The scope is very wide. So as far as other medical system is concerned, you can go for the medical stream as a clinician or an academician. But when it comes to naturopathy and yoga, as we told before, there are different streams of medicine or the non-invasive therapies other than acupuncture, everything is included here. Drugless system of medicine, everything comes in naturopathy and yoga. So the scope is very wide. When the student pursues the BNYS, he or she will understand the passion that he is having. He can practice as an acupuncturist, he can be a dietitian, he can be a yoga doctor separately, or he can go into academics, he can go into spa, wellness center, resorts, cruise ships. So the scope is immense. But he or she can work in natural birthing centers or open his own natural birthing centers. So these are scopes which are very wide, but each stream has their own higher studies and experiences that we can, I think that needs a separate video. So that much is the scope of naturopathy and yoga.
Next question is very important question, ma'am.
Yeah.
Did BNYS is worth it?
Yeah. So this question, if you would have asked me 20 years back when I finished or 25 years back, that time definitely this question I would have been in dilemma to answer this. But now this is a system of medicine that is loved by the general public so much because there is no side effect in this system of medicine and you are only taught a lifestyle. Now all of the people, they are going behind health, own health. Maintaining the health, their own health, is one of the prioritized aim that they are keeping. So the aim of a person, before they used to run behind money or whatever their profession, career, but now most of the people, they are aiming to have a best healthy life. If you don't have health, you cannot pursue any other thing. So because of this awareness that is spreading like fire among public, more and more people are coming to naturopathy and yoga. So when more and more patients we are getting for naturopathy and yoga, so definitely the scope is also very high. So BNYS, after studying BNYS, I didn't come across any student or my ex-students who don't have a job or who are not running their own clinic, or at least they are earning a lot through the online yoga channels or whatever it is. So there now the scope is very immense. No one has to worry. So what I will do after finishing BNYS? Some students are there who just leave their very well paid job. I have my ex-students who have just left their jobs because they are more oriented towards patient clinically, their own hospital and clinic. Moreover, we have to be materialistic when I say that more money flows. So wherever money comes, definitely a person needs towards that. So that also is possible, earning a lot of money and also getting a professional or career satisfaction through BNYS.
What are the advanced teaching methods we are giving in our college?
Yeah. See, when it comes to a medical course, you can say it is advanced or it was there from many years together. A student should see the or observe the patient. That is most important in our field, in medical, whatever is the medical field. We also, as you are saying, the modern facilities that we are giving, all the classes are audio visual, and we have also medical camps. So our students are sent in rotation to in and around all the towns, cities near Salem, to have the exposure from the patients. So they are sitting in consultation to take the whatever the case histories, everything, and also to help the doctors while giving treatment. So through that they are exposed how to practice when they come out. So through medical camps and the inpatients that are admitted here, we also entertain outpatients. But in my personal opinion, in naturopathy and yoga, it is difficult to maintain or receive the proper what you say, the final outcome. The very good outcome is not received when you entertain a lot of outpatients. So if we have outpatients also, we have those who are coming to maintain their health. But if they are already suffering from diseases like spondylitis, psoriasis, asthma, arthritis, then I recommend them to come as inpatients. So we have many inpatients also. Our college is attached to 100 bedded inpatient hospital. So our students have exposure through that also. So that is more important as well as far as any medical field, not only BNS, any medical field is concerned.
What are the practical exposure that you are giving to your student?
Yeah, practical exposure, that's what I'm saying. Each subject has their own practical part also. Even in our curriculum, it has through our MGR Medical University. 200 theory hours means 100 practical hours separately we have. For each subject, we have different labs and departments. Starting from our anatomy, we have a full-fledged anatomy department. We are also having an MOU with our MBBS college. So we also take our college students for anatomy students to have a visit to their their anatomy department. We have cadavers, we have all the organs, the soft organs as well as the models, everything is there. So many of bone sets are there as far as anatomy is concerned. Physiology, biochemistry, everything is having its own lab. Microbiology, pathology, forensic medicine, then community medicine, whatever it is. In case of certain subjects like modern diagnostic method, they are sent to different allopathy hospitals also to learn how to diagnose the disease. They also put up in pathology labs and certain investigative procedure places everywhere so that they learn everything. So based upon the subject they are giving, we are giving the practical exposure to them.
What are the extracurricular activities that are encouraged?
Yeah. See, a good example, Bhargavi, now is you both are there. The cameraman is my student of third batch. The anchor here is my second batch student Bhargavi. So Shivanandam and Bhargavi. So they both are our students. What more live example should I give that we are giving a lot of scope and encouragement for their extracurricular activities. So to be precise, we have our sports is there, culturals is there. For all the competitions also, we are sending our students outside. They are encouraged whatever way possible to take part in the passion that they have. So accordingly, we are encouraging them.
Colors are allowed in this BNYS course.
Yeah, so actually this course is a purely residential course that should be understood by the student and the parent first. But after that understanding also, if it is not possible for them to come as a hostelite, we do give preference for day scholars also. But the thing is 7:30, see you all know yoga should be done at Brahma Muhurta. So, Brahma Muhurta, if it is not possible, at least by 5:30 we start our yoga classes for our hostel students. But we have day scholars also. So, for them we start the yoga class at 7:30. 7:30 to 8:30 or 8:45 we are taking yoga class for day scholars. So, what I am coming to say is day scholars are also equally allowed for BNY schools in our Swami Vivekananda college.
Ma'am, our college is always active in the social media because of the clubs. So say something about our clubs.
Yeah, so we have based upon the major subjects in BNYS, we have different clubs. We have a naturopathy club, yoga club, diet club, as well as research club. So all these four, they are the different major limbs of naturopathy and yoga or BNYS. Our student, according to their passion, they become the member of each club. And each club member, they are enthusiastic enough to create their own content for social media because naturopathy and yoga is such a stream that you don't just give pills when a patient or a person approaches you. It is also used for positive health, maintenance of positive health. So all our whatever guidance and everything is advices are there that should reach to the common public. So the aim of our students from the very beginning, which is also encouraged by us, is to reach out to maximum people and encourage them to maintain the optimum health. For that, all of our students from each club is active in social media. That's why you are seeing so many of our posts in social media. The aim is only this, to make the public aware of such a system of medicine where they don't have any side effect and they can easily come across come over their diseases, whatever how much ever chronic it is, they can come over only by following the suggestions and the small suggestions and advices that is given by us.
Tell something about our Sattvic kitchen.
Yeah. So Sattvic Kitchen is a brainchild of Swami Vivekananda College. So the Sattvic Kitchen, the name itself tells you the food that we give to the students is Sattvic. So we know that in naturopathy, I told you, diet is an important treatment. So before advising to the patient, the student should also learn. So what is the Sattvic diet? When they expose themselves or experience themselves, then only they can advise in a better way to the patient. Mahatma Gandhi has always said, so first you have to take it to yourself, experience, then only you can advise. So with that motto in mind, So in each batches, the students come in rotation and they prepare sattvic food. We provide all the ingredients, but the student bring the recipes, they prepare the food, and then this same food is sold to our students. So this is a kitchen or a canteen, diet canteen run by the student for the student. That is our slogan for Sattvic Diet.
After completing BNYS, what are the higher degrees we can do?
Yeah. So, like I said, BNYS constitutes of many subjects together. So much of drugless system, non-invasive system, everything comes together in BNYS. So after completing 5.5 years of BNYS degree, they can go for MD. So MD is for the master degree, that is for acupuncture, yoga, naturopathy, and diet therapy. These four are the major higher studies that they can do. Other than that, they can also go for MSc degrees. So MSc is not that normal MSc. These are medical MScs like medical psychology, then psychiatrics and basic psychology they can go. They can go for forensic medicine. They can go for medical biochemistry, medical anatomy, medical physiology. All this together, these are even for MSc Yoga they can go. So this is different from the normal BSc MSc subjects. This is medical oriented MScs that also can be done by students who don't want to go to the regular MD degrees. So the scope for higher studies is also more, and other than that, they can also, if they are having interest, they can go for courses for natural birthings. If they are interested in obstetrics and gynecology, they can also go for like wellness courses. So many other different courses are there which they can do after completing BNIS.
Let's come to our hospital side now. How many bedded hospital we are having?
Yeah. So according to the curriculum itself, it is compulsory for any BNYS college or any medical college if you take to have the patient in the ratio of 1:10. So we are having 100 bedded attached hospital to our college. So the patient's flow decides how our student will be exposed. So we try to keep maximum flow of the patients by giving frequent camp, nominal charges for our treatments. So I should thank our chairman sir immensely for giving us this opportunity to give such beautiful system of medicine and treatment in such nominal charges, where the patient miraculously get treated for their diseases that they may be suffering for years together. 20, 25, 30 years together they may be suffering. But coming here, staying for around 21 days or 30 days, they are getting treated for all these diseases, and they are surprised with such less amount. How could they be treated? They might have gone to such big corporate hospitals where they didn't get any solution. But coming over here in such nominal charges, they are getting treatment. So that is what this 100-bedded hospital provided by our chairman sir is helping or serving the community here.
We are frequently conducting a camps outside.
Yeah.
So say something about.
Yeah, these camps are conducted in and around like all the 8 districts that is there around in and around Salem, like Namakkal, Trichangood, or even in Salem, Erode, Perundura. Everywhere we conduct camps. So we have a vehicle separately for camp. You can say that it is a mobile hospital. We take our students, our doctors will be there, therapists will be there. So they before itself we will have a plan with the people where we are going to do. So some establishments they approach us, or some establishments we go and approach. So from the after that we plan out how many people will be attending the camp. Accordingly, the number of doctors and students and therapists will be going. We will give the consultation. Then one-to-one consultation will be given. A diet counseling will be given. Yoga classes will be taken, and whatever treatments can be taken outside and given, those treatments are also given. This camp is only an introduction for them to know what is naturopathy and yoga. So after that, they come over as outpatient, and mainly they come as inpatients to our hospital. So this camp you can take it as exposure for the general public as well as for our students. So that's why we are frequently completing or conducting the camps.
And can you tell about our Vivekananda Educational Institution?
Our honorable chairman sir Vidya Ratna Karunanidhi sir. So this college had an aim. He always is more particular about women's education. He has received various awards because he encourages women to study. Uh, Something that I have not seen anywhere that I have seen here is our honorable chairman sir provides free transport facilities to students who are coming from far away with nominal fee charges. So there are many sister concerns other than Ashtapati and yoga that I will come across. Why all the students are rushing towards Vivekananda education institutions is because he is providing free of cost transport facilities. So those students who are poor enough but and cannot afford the transportation but want to study in one of the best college, they can come over here and study. So and when they come inside, they see the best education that is imparted here, the best facility they can get in nominal charge with free transportation. So that is one principle that our honorable chairman sir follows. Coming to the other sister institution that Vivekananda Educational Institution has, starts from the MBBS college that we have. We have dental college, we have physiotherapy, we have two pharmacy college, two nursing colleges, two arts and science colleges, two engineering colleges. Then many paramedical courses we are running, like technician courses we are having. We are also having B.Ed colleges. So we are also having a school. Most of these colleges, except like physiotherapy, naturopathy, and MBBS, most of these and HI courses, most of these courses are only for women. So the medical courses are only for co-ed, for boys also. Otherwise, this is for the empowerment of women. So most of the colleges are women, women's institutions. A dental college which is primarily for women, that may not be there. Maybe in India, very few colleges may be devoting themselves only for women. Two engineering colleges are also only for women. We have seen many boys going towards the side of engineering, but in this institution, the engineering college is filled with girls. So that is also really a part that we have to thank our honorable chairman sir for.
Okay, this is going to be a last question of this session. What is your advice to the current generation student?
Yeah. So current generation, I really appreciate them because when we were in this age, we were like we didn't know much about what is happening in and around. But maybe because of social media awareness or whatever it is, I feel when I see my student or the children around, I feel they are well aware of many things that we never knew that existed. So they are having a clear cut picture in their mind what they have to become, what they want to do. So I advise those students, those children around me in this generation to clearly review everything before taking a decision, because you have all the scopes or the ways where you can collect the information. You all are very brilliant. I really appreciate the knowledge that the current generation has. So use that in a proper way. Many people say that our students are always with mobile, they are misusing the mobile or whatever is other gadgets available. But I have seen many children of this age group who also are involved in such positive activities which is very useful to mold their life. I appreciate them for that. And my advice, I'm no one to give advice because you all are well developed enough and you are going in the right direction. But for some few who need a push, I'll say that like in Amazon, when we buy even for a 50 rupees one thing, we just go and see the reviews. Half day, full day, we will see the review. So when you are going to select a course or your career that is going to make your life, kindly have some reviews. This video that Bhargavi is doing now, and I am supporting her for that. So this also aims only in giving you a correct guidance. This can be one choice for you. So first verify, review everything, select your career and move forward. Passionately you have to move forward with that, then definitely you will be successful in your life. That is what I want to tell to the current generation.
ஸோ ஐ ஹோப் அவங்க எல்லாருக்குமே வந்து கிளியராக இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஸோ தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் மேம் ஃபார் ஸ்பெண்டிங் அ வேல்யூபிள் டைம் வித் us.
Yeah, thank you, Bhargavi. Thank you, Shivanandam, for this wonderful experience.
தேங்க்யூ.
So